The Poems of Sappho. By Sappho. Part 1. 1. Hymn to Aphrodite. Poikiloron. Aenat, Aphrodita. Pi carat does, doloploke, lisomai se. Mhm. A, sisi mht. O, niac dana. Patnaya, u carat mon. A, llatoid. E, L, Ai, pota ka, tiarota. Ta carat se, maso dwsai. Oisa phlg. E, clus patros de dumon lipoisa. Srishaun h, carat la. A, rm. U, posiuxia, colloida s. A, carat gon. W, ki strau carat oi peri ga carat s melianas. Pukna dinu carat nts ptar. A, p. W, rnw. Ai, eros jami ssw. Ai carat psad. E. 11 Kanto, su d, w, carat masira. My diaseus. A, anat which prasu pwj. H, re. O, tdhg, carat tep pona kw, t. Dh, carat gte call me. Kw, t moi malista elw genasi. Mainolage umwj, tna dhu, carat te pw. My carat sa, ghne. S san philotata tis t, w, carat. Psapf, a, dk. Chi jar ai. Fuge, tax ws duxe. Ai. The dw carat ramh deket a, lla, dw say. Ai. The mh phile tax ws fil say. Quo, k e, eloisa. E. Li moi kai nu carat n, zalipa carat n de lu carat sun. E, k marinan o, ssa de, moi t lesai. U carat mosai, madame re t lezen, su. D. O, ta. Su maxos e, sso. Immortal Aphrodite of the shimmering thone, daughter of Zeus, weaver of wiles, I pray thee crush not my spirit with anguish and distress, O Queen. But come hither if ever before thou didst hear my voice afar, and hearken, and leaving the golden house of thy father, camest with chariot yoked, and swift birds drew thee, their swift pinions fluttering over the dark earth. From heaven through mid-space. Quickly they arrived, and thou blessed one with immortal countenance smiling didst ask, what now is befallen me and why now I call and what I in my heart's madness, most desire. What fair one now wouldst thou draw to love thee? Who wrongs thee, Sappho? For even if she flies she shall soon follow, and if she rejects gifts, shall soon offer them, and if she loves not shall soon love, however reluctant. Come I pray thee now and release me from cruel cares, and let my heart accomplish all that it desires, and be thou my ally. I. Shimmering throned immortal Aphrodite. Daughter of Zeus, enchantress, I implore thee. Spare me, O Queen, this agony and anguish. Crush not my spirit. 2. Whenever before thou hast hearkened to me. To my voice calling to thee in the distance. And heeding, thou hast come, leaving thy father's golden dominions. 3. With chariot yoked to thy fleet-winged coursers. Fluttering swift pinions over earth's darkness. And bringing thee through the infinite, gliding downwards from heaven. 4. Then. Soon they arrived and thou, blessed goddess. With divine continence smiling, didst ask me. What new woe had befallen me now and why? Thus I had called thee. What in my mad heart was my greatest desire? Who was it now that must feel my allurements? Who was the fair one that must be persuaded? Who wronged thee, Sappho? 6. For if now she flees, quickly she shall follow. And if she spurns gifts, soon shall she offer them. Yea, if she knows not love, soon shall she feel it. Even reluctant. 7. Come then, I pray, grant me surcease from sorrow. Drive away care, I beseech thee, O goddess. Fulfill for me what I yearn to accomplish. Be thou my ally. 2. Phainatai, moi kh carat nos I, sos doisen. E, men w. Na o, stes e, nantios toi. I, zini I kai placeion a, do. Funu sasu, pecui I. Kai galeas mero n to dh, maen. Cardian e, n sthsen e, ptoasen. W, sgar eu, iden brox wsse, fwnas. Ou, den e, t. E, iki. A. Lla chiam men glutsa vh, lopitioen. D, o, tika xrw carat jpu carat ru, pedidromacan. O, ppa tcd. Ou, den orm. E, pirombase id. A, koi. A. De, m. I, drws caxatai, teromos de. Pi carat san a, grays rotare de poias. E. Mmai, tenacun d. O, legal, pitavhn. Phanomai, a, lla. Pa carat n tomatin. That one seems to me the equal of the gods, who sits in thy presence and hears near him thy sweet voice and lovely laughter. That indeed makes my heart beat fast in my bosom. For when I see thee even a little I am bereft of utterance, my tongue is useless and at once a subtle fire races under my skin, my eyes see nothing, my ears ring, sweat pours forth and all my body is seized with trembling. I am paler than, dried, grass and seem in my madness little better than dead, but I must dare all. I. Peer of the gods, the happiest man I seem. Sitting before thee, rapt at thy sight, hearing thy soft laughter and thy voice most gentle. Speaking so sweetly. 2. Then in my bosom my heart wildly flutters. And, when on thee I gaze never so little, bereft am I of all power of utterance. My tongue is useless. 3. There rushes at once through my flesh tingling fire. My eyes are deprived of all power of vision. My ears hear nothing by sounds of winds roaring. And all is blackness. 3. Down courses in streams the sweat of emotion. A dread trembling o'erwhelms me, paler than I. Then dried grass in autumn, and in my madness. Dead I seem almost. 3. I. O, I. Men I. Pphwn strotanoi. De psdwn. Oi. De na wn fai carat s. E, pi ga carat n milanen. E. Manai colistin e, gw de kh carat n. O, ttw tis e, patai. 2. Pa, sudi. Eu, mares suniton pasai. Pa, ntit, ou carat, t. A. Gar polu perscopaisa. Ka, los a, nrwpwne, luna, 2, na, indra. Kreen a, r, istin. 3. O, s to pan, ba troi a, so, les, e. Quo, de pa, I carat dos oi, de, phi l, wn2, k, hwn. Ma carat lon, e, nas h, a. Ll, paragago, tan. Ph carat lo phile, san. 4. W, ros. Eu, k, ampton gar, a, ei to h carat lu. Ai, ku, tis co fwst, o paran n, oshj. Ou. De nu carat n, a. Noctori, a, t, umini. Dh, pareo caradisas. V. Ta carat, S kubaloman e, rato nteba carat ma. K, amirugma lampran I, dhn prasu pw. H ta ludown a, ramata ka, no. Ploisi. Pestum, azentas. 6. Ei men I, d, men ou, dunaton genus I. LW carat JST, O, NA, NANTH, RWPOS, PDXHND. A, Rast I. TW carat NP Dixon E, Sti Brotoisi LW carat John. H. Lela SI. With the emendations by Mr. J.M. Edmonds, the reprinting of which he has been kind enough to permit, a nearly literal rendering would be as follows. Some say that the fairest thing upon the dark earth is a host of horsemen, and some say a host of foot soldiers. And others again a fleet of ships, but for me it is my beloved. And it is easy to make anyone understand this. When Helen saw the most beautiful of mortals, she chose for best that one, the destroyer of all the honor of Troy, and though not much of child or dear parent, but was led astray by love, to bestow her heart far off. For woman is ever easy to lead astray when she thinks of no account what is near and dear. Even so, Anactoria, you do not remember, it seems, when she is with you, one the gentle sound of whose footfall I would rather see than all the chariots and mail-clad footmen of Lydia. I know that in this world man cannot have the best. Yet to pray for a part of what was once shared is better than to forget it. A troop of horse, the serried ranks of marchers. A noble fleet, some think these of all on earth. Most beautiful. For me naught else regarding. Is my beloved. 2. To understand this is for almost simple. For thus gazing much on mortal perfectino. And knowing already what life could give her. Him chose fair Helen. 3. Him the betrayer of Ilium's honor. The wrecked she not of adored child or parent. But yielded to love, and forced by her passion. Dared fate in exile. 4. Thus quickly is bent the will of that woman. To whom things near and dear seem to be nothing. So mightest thou fail, my Anactoria. If she were with you. V. She whose gentle footfall and radiant face hold the power to charm more than a vision. Of chariots and the mail-clad battalions. Of Lydia's army. V. So must we learn in world made as this one. Man can never attain his greatest desire. But must pray for what good fortune fate holdeth. Never unmindful. 4. Asters me na, mfi kalon silanan. A, carat IPSA. Picratoisiafanei, carat dos. O, pota pla choisa malista liam phs. A, Riguria ga carat n. The stars about the full moon lose their bright beauty when she, almost full, illumines all earth with silver. The gleaming stars all about the shining moon hide their bright faces, when full-orbed and splendid. In the sky she floats, flooding the shadowed earth with clear silver light. Quoted by Eustathius of Thessalonica in the 12th century. 5. Amphi D. U, DWR. Psi carat Xron W, Nemos Kila DD. Y, SDWN. Molly NWN, AI, Usamen WN de Fu LLWN. KW carat Makatare. And by the cool stream the breeze murmurs through apple branches and slumber pours down from quivering leaves. By the cool water the breeze murmurs, rustling through apple branches, while from quivering leaves streams down deep slumber. This beautiful fragment is quoted by Hermogenes about AD 170. Demetrius, about AD 150, says that it is part of Sappho's description of the Garden of the Nymphs. 6. E. Li, Kupri. Expressiasin E. En Kulikesin A. Brace. Sum emigminon eliaci enitar. Oi, noxoisa. Come, goddess of Cyprus, and in golden cups serve nectar delicately mixed with delights. Come hither foam-born Cyprian goddess, come. And in golden goblets pour richest nectar. All mixed in most ethereal perfection. Thus to delight us. Quoted by Athenaeus, who wrote in the first half of the 3rd century AD. The fragment is apparently part of an invocation to Aphrodite. 7. H. Se kupros kai paphos H. Panormos. If the, Cyprus or Paphos or Panormos, holds. This is from Strabo. Early 1st century AD. Panormos was a frequent name, and does not refer to Palermo, which was not founded in Sappho's time. 8. Soy, d. E, go ducas e, pi bw carat mon a, igos. Capillii psw toy. But for thee I will bring to the altar, the young, of a white goat, and add a libation for thee. Cited by Apollonius of Alexandria about AD 140. The reading is uncertain. 9. Ai. E, goes Resostfan. A. Phrodita. To nde ton polon laxoachen. May I win this prize, O golden-crowned Aphrodite. From Apollonius. Sappho invented many beautiful epithets to apply to Aphrodite, and this fragment contains one of them. 10. Ai, me timian e, pasan e. Rj. Ta sfa doi carat psi. Who made me gifts and honored me. From Apollonius, illustrating Aeolic dialect in the word sfa. 11. Tata nu carat n e, tyrice. Tai carat s e, macy t pna kyle wsa, esw. This will I now sing skillfully to please my friends. Athenaeus quotes this to show that there is not necessarily any reproach in the word e, tyri. Like many others, the fragment is unfortunately too short for anything but a literal translation. The breathing of the word in question in Attic Greek would of course be rough. 12. O, Tinas gar. Eu, carat ewkh carat noi me malista cianantai. For thee to whom I do good, thou harmest me the most. From the Etymologicum Magnum, 10th century AD. 13. E, gw to kh carat n. O, ttw tis e, patai. But that which one desires I. Quoted by Apollonius and in 1914 found to be part of the poem in the Oxyrhynchus papyrus, number 1231. 14. Tai carat s kalesiu, min, to, nohmatw, carat mon. Oi. Diamipton. To you, fair maidens, my mind does not change. Quoted by Apollonius to illustrate the Aeolic form u, min. 15. E, gwnd. E, mauta. 2 carat to cianoida. And this I feel myself. Quoted by Apollonius to illustrate Aeolic method of accentuation. 16. Taisai, de, psu carats rose mi ne, gento u carat mos. Pardi. Isai tapitere. But the spirit within them turned chill and down dropped their wings. The Scholist quotes this to show that Sappho says the same thing of doves as Pindar, pyth. 1-10, says of the eagle of Zeus. Another reading is Sao carat cross, light, for psu carats rose, moist or chill. The sense would then be, the spirit within them became light and they relaxed their wings in rest. 17. Cat. E, mon estialagman. Tundi. E, piplazantes a, moi feroyan. Kai maletin eyes. From my distress, let buffeting winds bear it and all care away. From the Etymologicum Magnum, to show the Aeolic use of z in place of ss Berg conjectures a, moi for a, nemoi, winds. The fragment is tantalizingly incomplete, as so many others are, and the reading of one or two words in not certain. 18. RDWSM. A. Exruptilos a, UWS. Just now the golden sandal dawn has called. There could hardly be a more beautiful epithet than golden sandaled to apply to the dawn. It is fully equal in this respect to rosy-fingered, and in Greek both words are beautiful in sound. This is quoted by Ammonius of Alexandria about AD 400 to show Sappho's use of a rtiws. How do you find this book? Any thoughts about the book or the author? Any suggestion for improvement? Please take a moment to share your thoughts in a comment. If you like it, share it with your friends who might enjoy it as well. Subscribe to keep in touch. Visit completeaudiobooks.com for more quality content. Part 2. 19. Podas de Poikilos Maas Lhse, Kalupt, Ludion Kalon e, Ragon. A broidered strap of beautiful Lydian work covered her feet. Her shining ankles clad in fairest fashion. Embroidered leather from the realm of Lydia. So came the goddess. This fragment is very likely from an invocation to Aphrodite. It is from the Scholiast on Aristophanes, Peace, 1174. Pollux about AD 180 also mentions it. 20. Pantotopias mimigminas roizen. Shot with innumerable hues. Quoted by the Scholiast on Apollonius of Rhodes, I. 727. Sappho's reference may be to the rainbow. 21. E, mean D. E. Zeisa lan. Thou forgettest me. 22. H, tin. A, lawn. Ma carat lawn, A, nrwpwne, mean filsa. Or lovest another more than you do me. Both from Apollonius to show the Yalic E, methan for E, mau carat. 23. O, tmyu. Madams. You are not to me. Azalet. You. Madams. While you will. These are quoted by Apollonius to show the Yalic form you. Madams. 24. Kai po w kai maomai. I yearn and I seek. From the Etymologicum Magnum to show the Yalic form po w, I yearn. 25. Skidne mene nsthsn o, regaz. Mapsilican glw carat san pefulazai. When anger spreads through the breast, keep thy tongue from barking foolishly or idly. When anger surges through thy heart, let not thy foolish tongue take part. This piece of somewhat sententious advice is of an unusual type amongst the Sapphic fragments. It is quoted by Plutarch in his essay on restraining anger. 26. AI. D. H, carat ZZ, SLWNI, Marone H, Kyle WN. Chi MH, TI Vapen GLW carat SS. E, Kuka Kakan. AI, DWS QS. OU. Kizanin O, Pat. A, LL. E, Legis Peri TW carat DKWS. Hadst thou wished for things good or noble and had not thy tongue formed evil speech, shame would not have shone from thy eyes, but thou hadst spoken frankly about it. Aristotle, Rhetoric, I, 9, about 330 BC. Says, base things dishonor those who do or wish them, as Sappho showed when Alcaeus said. Ioplok. A, Gna Melixomeda Sopphoi. ELWTI Vapen A, LLA, Mi Kulu Eiai, DWS. Violet weaving, chaste sweetly smiling Sappho, I would speak but bashfulness restrains me. And she answered him in the words of the present fragment. Blas thinks that these two lines assigned to Alcaeus are also by Sappho, and about AD 1110 Anna Komnena certainly suggested the same authorship. 27. Sta carat I ka, Ntaphilos. Kai tan e, p. O, sois a, mpe tasen exerin. Face me, my dear one, and unveil the grace in thine eyes. Turn to me, dear one, turn thy face. And unveil for me in thine eyes, their grace. Athenaeus says that Sappho addressed this poem, of which this is a fragment, to a man famous for his physical beauty. It has also been suggested that the lines may have been addressed to Sappho's brother. It need not, however, necessarily be assumed that any particular person is meant. 28. Srosui d. E. Ribinoi p. Ai, onwne, fuantu. And golden pulse grew along the shores. From Athenaeus. 29. La tw kai neoba mala men phi h, carat san e, tyrai. Lotto and Niobe were most dear friends. From Athenaeus. 30. Nasasai, Tina, Fami Kaiu, Starin a, Madame Wn. I think men will remember us even hereafter. From Dio Chrysostom, who, writing about AD 100, remarks that this is said, with perfect beauty. 31. H. Raman men e, gwsen, a, t, Paulai pata. I loved thiasos, once long ago. From Hephaestion, about AD 150, quoted as an example of meter. 32. Smikra moi pi carat se, men e, fa neoka, zaris. To me thou didst seem a small and ungraceful child. Quoted by Plutarch and others. 33. A. Ll. O. Nmh Magalaneo dactyli w puri. Foolish woman. Have no pride about a ring. Mentioned by Herodian about AD 160. 34. O. Koi, carat d. O. Tew, duo moi ta nomata. I know not what to do, I have two minds. In doubt I have two minds. I know not what to do. Quoted about 220 BC by Chrysippus, the Stoic philosopher. 35. Sao hnd. Ou. Dokimoim. O. Rnw du sip axison. With my two arms, I do not aspire to touch the sky. Quoted by Herodian. 36. W. S de pi carat sp de matera pepteratume. So, like a child after its mother, I flutter. From the Etymologica Magnum. 37. H. Carat ros, agalos I, merophonos a, h down. The Messager of Spring, the sweet-voiced nightingale. Quoted by the Scholiast on the Electra of Sophocles, 149, the nightingale is the Messager of Zeus, because it is the sign of spring. Compare Ben Jonson's The Sad Shepherd, Act 2, Scene 6, the dear good angel of the spring, the nightingale. 38. E. Rostau, carat tem. O. Lusum les duenii. Glucopicrane, ma zenon o, repeaten. Now love, the ineluctable, dominates and shakes my being, and fills me with bitter sweetness. Now love, the ineluctable, with bitter sweetness. Fills me, overwhelms me, and shakes my being. Quoted by Hephaestion. 39. A. T soi de. Me en men aph cito. Frontisten, e, pi d. A. Ndrome dan pthj. But to thee, Athos, the thought of me is hateful, thou fliest to Andromeda. Quoted by Hephaestion with the preceding, to which it does not appear really to belong. 40. E. Rostau, carat t. Etenaxin e, moi frnas. A. Nemos cat o, roast drusin e, mpswn. Now Eros shakes my soul, a wind on the mountain overwhelming the oaks. Now like a mountain wind the oaks o'erwhelming. Eros shakes my soul. Quoted by Maximus Tyrius about 150 BC. He speaks of Socrates exciting Phaedrus to madness, when he speaks of love. 41. O. Ta panaxos a, sphy katagre. When all night long, sleep, holds them. Berg suggests that the words o, pat, a, Rose may have preceded these words. The fragment quoted by Apollonius, and its sense may be, when all night long sleep holds their eyes. 42. A. Gedh exilu d carita, moi funaesa g noio. Come, O divine shell, yield thy resonances to me. Come, O come, divinest shell. And in my ear all thy secrets tell. Quoted by Hermogenes and Eustathius. Sappho is apparently addressing her lyre. The legend is that Hermes is supposed to have made the first lyre by stretching the strings across the cavity of a tortoise's shell. 43. Ka, Palasiu, Pomitis. Pielitis a, mp. A, Palage daraj. And delicately woven garlands round tender neck. Quoted by Athenaeus. Part 3. 44. Gu llws pedofiltare. More fond of children than jello. Zenobius, about AD 130, quotes this as a proverb. The ghost of jello was said by the lesbians to pursue and carry off young children. 45. Mala dh kekermienes gorgws. Very weary of Gorgo. Quoted by Kourobaskus about AD 600 to show the Ialic genitive with ws. Gorgo is mentioned by Maximus Tyrius with Andromeda as being friends of Sappho. 46. Gwd. E. Pi Malakan Toulon spol w Melia. But upon a soft cushion I dispose my limbs. From Herodian. This is a good example of the choice of words which combine meaning and sound poetically. 47. Kh d. A. Mbrosias men kratre, kukrato. Irma sd. E. Len o, ulpinioisoi, noxosai. Kh noid. A. Papontes karxesiat. H. Exon. Kalaban A. Aresanto de Pompan E. Sla. Twj gmbrwj. And there the bowl of ambrosia was mixed and Hermes took the ladle to pour out for the gods. And then all held goblets and made libation, and wished good fortune to the bridegroom. Athenaeus quotes this fragment in two portions in different places. Lachman first joined the two parts. The poem was evidently one of the epithalamia. 48. Deduk mene. Sila na. Kai Pleiades, Misaida. Nucates par ad. E. Rosette. W. Ra. E. Gw de Amona Katudw. The moon has set, and the Pleiades, it is midnight, the time is going by and I recline alone. The sinking moon has left the sky. The Pleiades have also gone. Midnight comes and goes, the hours fly. And solitary still, I lie. The moon has left the sky. Lost is the Pleiades' light. It is midnight. And time slips by. But on my couch alone I lie. J. A. Simons, 1883. This singularly beautiful fragment is quoted by Hephaestion as an example of meter. With the Hymn to Aphrodite, it was the first portion of the Poems of Sappho to be printed in 1554. 49. Plhrhs men e, fnet. A. Sila na. Ai. D. W. S. Peri bw carat mon e, stasen. The moon rose full, and as around an altar, stood the women. Now rose the moon, full and argentine. While round stood the maidens, as at a shrine. Quoted by Hephaestion as an example of the meter known as the Ionic a major trimeter brachicatalectic. Poetically the figure is a fine one, and shows Sappho's wonderful power of visualizing a scene in a few unerringly chosen words. The moon and its light had a great attraction for her, as a number of fragments shows. 50. Carhsi nu pot. W. D. E. Meal ws pedescen. W. Hrxu nt. A. Polois a. mf. E poenta bw carat mon. Pas te pen a, nos malakan mataisai. Thus sometimes, the Cretan women, tender-footed, dance in measure round the fair altar, crushing the fine bloom of the grass. From Hephaestion as an example of meter. Blas thinks that this and the preceding fragment belong together. The whole is another example of the delicate imagery of Sappho. 51. A. Bra dhu, carat te pax ajspola j, loman. Then lightly, in an enfolding garment I sprang. From Herodian as a specimen of meter. It may not be by Sappho. 52. Fai carat sidh pota lh dan u, Akenian wn. U, p. A, ne wn, pepicad non. Eu, rhnw, ion. They say that Leda once found an egg under the hyacinths. From the Etymologica Magnum. It is uncertain what flower the Greeks described by the word hyacinth. In this case the iris may be meant. 53. O, phalmois de miles nutos a. Rose. And dark-eyed sleep, child of night. From the Etymologica Magnum. 54. Xrosopha h Europainon Aphroditeas. The handmaiden of Aphrodite, shining like gold. In a manuscript of Philodemus about 60 BC. Found at Herculaneum, in which it is said that Sappho thus addresses Pu. There is some doubt about this as the manuscript is defective. 55. E. Ze men Andromeda kalon a, moaban. Andromeda has a fair reward. 56. Psa poi ti tan poluoban a, Phroditan. Sappho, why, celebrate or worship, most happy Aphrodite. Both of these are quoted by Hephaestion. 57. Du carat te nun a, bre exerites, calicomoi, te moi carat psi. Come now gentle graces, and fair-haired muses. Quoted by Hephaestion, Attilius Fortunationus, and Servius as an example of the choriambic tetrameter used by Sappho. 58. Parinon a, du fun. A sweet-voiced maiden. Quoted by Attilius, about the 5th century AD. 59. Katniske qrh, a, brothers a, dunis, ti, ku ei carat men. Katutis keorai kai katiriikes 11 tunas. Gentle Adonis is dying, O Cythera, what shall we do? Beat your breasts, O maidens, and rend your garments. Gentle Adonis wounded lies, dying, dying. What message, O Cythera, dost thou send? Beat your white breasts, O ye weeping maidens. And in wild grief your mourning garments rend. Quoted by Hephaestion and presumed to be written by Sappho from a passage in Pausanias. The reverberating beat of the repetitions of the letter K is very remarkable. 60. O, tane, dunin. O for Adonis. Quoted by Marius Plotinus about AD 600, it appears to be the refrain of an ode. 61. E, lant. E, kso, rnw porphyrian, E, zonta. Pirmenens lamun. Coming from heaven, clad in a purple mantle. Quoted by Pollux about AD 180 to illustrate Sappho's use of he words lamos, which she is said to be the first to use. 62a. Brodopazes a, ni exerites, du carat te dios keorai. Come rosy-armed graces, virgin daughters of Zeus. The idyll on a distaff by Theocritus, according to the argument before it, was written in the meter of this fragment. Philostratus, about AD 220, refers to this as indicating Sappho's love for the rose. 63. O. D. A. Reus fai carat si ken a. Phaeston a, gnh by aj. But Ares said he would forcibly drag Hephaestus. 64. Paula d. A. Narima. Pothria calaphis. Innumerable drinking cups thou drainest. From Athenaeus. 65. Katanoisa de kci pata, quo. Namosuna sien. E, set. Ou, te tut. Ou, t. U, staren. Ou. Gar pedises bro down. TW caret N E, K Pierres A, LL. A, FANHSKH, N, AI caret de Dumois. Foidacis ped. A, MauRWN kuni, pipatane na. But thou shalt ever lie dead, nor shall there be any remembrance of thee then or ever, for thou hast none of the roses of Pieria, but thou shalt wander unnoticed, even in the houses of Hades, flitting among the shadowy dead. Forever shalt thou lie dead, nor shall there be any remembrance of thee now or hereafter, for never hast thou had any of the roses of Pieria. But thou shalt wander, eternally unregarded in the houses of Hades, flitting among the insubstantial shades. Quoted by Stobaeus about AD 500 as addressed to a woman of no education. Plutarch also quotes this fragment, twice in fact, once as if written to a rich woman, and again when he says that the crown of roses was assigned to the Muses, for he remembers that Sappho had said these same words to some uneducated woman. 66. O. D. I, and dokimoimi prosidois and faosa, li w. E, sasai sophian parinon e, is ou, dana pw exronon toyotan. I think that no maiden will ever see the sunlight, who shall have thy wisdom. No maiden, I think, more wise than thou, shall ever see the sun. Quoted by Chrysippus, and may be part of the preceding poem. 67. Tis d. A, groi caret tis toi ilj noon. Ou, k e, pistemna ta braco. E, lkchen. E, pi, tw caret nsfurwn. What rustic girl bewitches thee who knows not how to draw her dress about her ankles? What rustic girl bewitches thee? Who cannot even draw her garments neat as they should be, her ankles round about? Athenaeus and others quote these lines. 68. H. Rwne, Xadidax. Ek rwn tan tenusi draman. Hero of Gyra, that swift runner, I taught. Quoted by Kouroboscis to show an aeolic form of the accusative. 69. A, lla, tis ou, k e, mmi politko twn. O, regan, a, ll. A. Biakun tan frn. E, xw. I am not of a malign nature but have a calm temper. Quoted in the Etymologicum Magnum to show the meaning of a, bakhs, innocent, unsophisticated. 70. O, tar o, rai caret ai Stephan kun. Then sweet maidens wove garlands. Quoted by the Scholiast upon the Thermophoriazusi of Aristophanes to show that the weaving of floral garlands is a sign of being in love. 71. Su, te ka, mos ero pwne, ros. Thou and my servant, Eros. Quoted by Maximus Tyrius. 72. All, yun phylos a, min, a, lo. Luzos a, renus neuterin. Ou. Gartielesam. E, gw xenoikun. Nuj E, ssa geratera. For if thou lovest us, choose another and a younger spouse, for I will not endure to live with thee, old woman with young man. From the Anthology of Stobaeus. 73. Eu, morphotare necidi ka ta caret sa, palas gurian nws. More shapely is Nasidica than gentle Gerino. Quoted by Hephaestion as an example of meter. 74. Acarotras ou, dam. E, pw, caret p, enasin tu zoika. One more scornful than thee, O Irana, I have never found. Quoted by Hephaestion. The reading is doubtful. 75. Su de Stephanois, a deca pirsa. Aratais fo basin. O, rapacas nh toyo sun rice. Palasi exisin. Gianesin k gar litai kai exeritos makaira carat n. Ma carat lon prodar hn, sturfen toisi d. Peister fontai. Do thou, O Dika, set garlands upon thy lovely hair, weaving sprigs of dill with thy delicate hands. For those who wear fair blossoms may surely stand first, even in the presence of goddesses who look without favor upon those who come ungarlanded. Athenaeus quotes this fragment, saying that according to Sappho those who approach the gods should wear garlands, as beautiful things are acceptable to them. 76. Gw de Phlhm. Brosunan, kai moi to lampron. Rose. Eli w kai to kalon lologson. I love refinement, and for me love has the splendor and beauty of the sun. From Athenaeus. 77. Cam mente toulon caspel w. And down I set the cushion. From Herodian. 78. O. Plow carat tosa, mu seu carat g. A. Rita c, t. Ou, ka, snhs paroikos. Hde, ksa, mfot rwn kra carat cis eu, daimonias ze to a, crone. Wealth without thee, worthiness is no safe neighbor, but the mixture of both is the height of happiness. From the Scholiast on Pindar. The second line is apparently a gloss of the commentator. 79. Auda de su Calliope. And thou thyself, Calliope. Quoted by Hephaestion when discussing a meter of Archilochus. 80. Dao isa, palasi, taras nsthsen. Sleep thou, in the bosom of thy sweetheart. From the Etymologica Magnum. This fragment probably belongs among the epithalamia. 81. Du carat rodhu, carat te moi carat si srushaun li poisai. Hither now, ye muses, leaving golden surroundings. Quoted by Hephaestion. 82. Sti moi kalapais rusioisen nemoisen. Mfrhne, koisa morfan, klh carat is gapata. Nti ta carat se, gwou, deludian pi carat san ou, d. Ran nan. I have a fair daughter with a form like golden flowers, Clay's the belovedest whom I cherish more than all Lydia or lovely, Lesbos. A fair daughter have I, Clay's by name. Like a golden flower she seems to me. Far more than all Lydia, her do I love. Or Lesbos shimmering in the sea. Quoted and commented upon by Hephaestion. 83. Plle moitan. Puluinatida pi carat de xa carat urn. From all joy to me, O daughter of Polyanax. From Maximus Tyrius. 84. Zadi. Leximan o, nr cupergenaj. In my dream, I spoke to the Cyprian goddess. From Hephaestion. 85. Me pundiones w, carat p, anazili down. Why lovely swallow, Pandion's child dost thou, weary, me? From Hephaestion. Another reading suggests w, arena. 86. Vide. Brois lasio iseu, carat ve pucasin. She wrapped herself well in gossamer garments. Pollux says that the line refers to finely woven linen. 87. Glucia ma carat tur, ou. Toi diwinamai krikun tun I, stan. Pwj demisa pi carat dos brodinan d. Phroditan. My sweet mother, broken by soft Aphrodite's spell, longing for a youth, I can no more weave the cloth. My sweet mother. Fair Aphrodite's spell has from me sense and reason all bereft. And, yearning for that dear beloved youth. No longer can I see the warp or weft. Quoted by Hephaestion as an example of meter. 88. I, soy dh to Milaran. U. Mh nan. A, iri te tones a, ndres. U, mh nan. Giambros e, rexitai I, carat sosa, rewi. U, mh nan. Andres megalo polu me zwn. U, mh nan. Raise high the roof beams, workmen. Hymenaeus. Like Ares comes the bridge room. Hymenaeus. Taller than all tall men. Hymenaeus. Quoted by Hephaestion as an example of mes hymnic poem. 89. Pyroxos w, so, t. A, oidos o. Lusbois a, loda poison. Towering like the singer of Lesbos among men of other lands. Quoted by Demetrius about AD 150. It is possible that Terpander is meant, but the line may be merely a reference to lesbian poets in general. 90. Oi, carat on to glucomalin e, ruetae, krwj e, p. U, sdwj. A, crone e, p. A. Crota twj lela onto de melodropines. OU. Man e, clelant, a, ll. OU, k e, dunant. E, picasi. As the sweet apple blushes on the end of the bough, the very end of the bough which gatherers missed, nay, missed not, but could not reach. At the end of the bough its uttermost end. Missed by the harvesters, ripens the apple. Nay, not overlooked, but far out of reach. So with all best things. Quoted by the Scholiast on Hermogenes and elsewhere. The sweet apple, to which Sappho refers was probably the result of a graft of apple on quince. 91. Oi, antanu, ekainon e, nou, resi poiminis a, ndres. Pssi katastiai boisi, zamai d. E, peporphore a, nose. As on the hills the shepherds trample the larkspur, underfoot and the flower lies empurpling in decay on the ground. O'er the hills the heedless shepherd, heavy-footed, plods his way. Crushed behind him lies the larkspur, soon empurpling in decay. Quoted by Demetrius, who comments on the ornament and beauty of the lines. Berg was the first to assign the lines to Sappho. The last three words contain a picture of a crushed flower decaying on the ground, which would perhaps be impossible to put in so few words in any language but Greek. The Greek word Akinos does not mean the flower which at the present day is called hyacinth. The Greek name was applied to several flowers of which one was almost certainly the larkspur, and another, as noted elsewhere, the iris. 92. The spear, Ponta Farwn, O, Saphanalis e, Skidos. Agus. Pharis oi, n, Pharis ai, carat ga, Pharis a, pu matri pi character. Evening, thou that bringst all that bright morning scattered, thou bringst the sheep, the goat and the child back to its mother. Hail, gentle evening, that bringst back all things that bright morning hath beguiled. Thou bringst the lamb, thou bringst the kid. And to its mother, her drowsy child. From the Etymologicum Magnum, where the meaning of O.W.S., dawn, is discussed. The beauty of the fragment needs no emphasizing. 93. A. Ipiarinos e, somai. Ever shall I be a maid. From a manuscript in Paris, edited by Kramer. 94. D.W. Somen, H. Caratisai Pater. We will give, says the father. From the same manuscript as the preceding. 95. Derwar W.J. Pada e. Torogiwa. Tada Simbala Pempibonal. Paisa Goida Decay. E. Xiponazin. To the doorkeeper, feet 7 fathoms long, and sandals of 5 bulls' hides, work for 10 cobblers. Quoted by Hephaestion as a specimen of meter. 96. O. Ulbai Giambri, koi men dhgamos, w, sa, rao. E, tit lest. E, zays de parinan, a, na, rao. Happy bridegroom. Now has come thy wedding as thou wished, and thou hast the maiden of thy desire. Thou happy bridegroom. Now has dawned that day of days supreme, when in thine arms thou lt hold at last the maiden of thy dream. From Hephaestion. 97. Melizios de p. I, Madame Rtwj Kushutai prasu pouch. And a sweet expression spreads over her fair face. From Hephaestion. Compare Catullus, Melitos oculos, and Pulcher es nec te Venus negligit. 98. O. Men gar kalos, O, sun I, dhn, pilitai, a, jaios. O. De ka, jaios o, taika kai kalos e, sitai. He who is fair to look upon is good, and he who is good, will soon be fair also. He should be good who is fair of face. And he will be fair whose soul has grace. Galen, writing about A.D. 160, says, It is better therefore, knowing as we do that youthful beauty is like the flowers of spring, its allurement lasting but a short time, to agree with the lesbian poetess, and to believe Solon when he points out the same. 99. H. R. E. Ti perennias epibolomai. Do I still long for maidenhood? Quoted by Apollonius to show the Aeolic form H, ra, the interrogative particle A, ra, and also as a specimen of meter. 100. Zyroisa humfa, zer twd. O. Giambros. The bride comes, rejoicing, let the bridegroom also rejoice. From Hephaestion as a specimen of catalectic iambic. 101. Twj, s, w, philo giambri, kyle wse, iksw. O, rapaki bradien wj se callist. E, iksdw. To what may I liken thee, dear bridegroom? Best to a tender shoot may I liken thee. From Hephaestion as an example of meter. 102. Xi re, nu mfa. Xi re, ti gam, plla. Hail bride, and all hail. Noble bridegroom. Quoted by Servius about AD 390, and referred to by Pollux and Julian. 103. O. Gar h, na, gar pi s, w, giambri, tota. For, like her, O bridegroom, there was no other maiden. From Dionysius of Halicarnassus. 104. A. Perenniae, poi me lipois. A. Poi xhj. B. O. Kutih, ksw pros ce, ou, kutih, ksw. Maidenhood, whither art thou gone from me? Never, oh, never again, shall I return to thee. Quoted by Demetrius, to show the beauty of Sappho's style, and her successful use of repetition. 105. Phaenatai voi kh numbers. To himself he seems. Quoted by Apollonius to show the use of digamma in Aeolic Greek. 106. W. Iw polu leukoteron. A thing, much whiter than an egg. From Athenaeus. 107. Mht. E. Moi mili mht melissa. Neither honey nor bee for me. This is a proverb quoted by a number of late authors. It is an example of Sappho's successful use of alliteration. 108. Mh knh exiratas. Stir not the pebbles. Mary Barnard translates this, if you're squeamish, don't prod the beach rubble. JBH. From the Scholiast on Apollonius Rhodius. Zirida were little heaps of stone. 109. O, thiasos. Madame. Thou burnest us. From Apollonius, showing Ialic form HMA*S, us. Part 4. 110. H. Mitubayan stalasun. A napkin dripping. From the Scholiast on the Plutus of Aristophanes to show the meaning of H. Mitubayan. This was a piece of soft linen for wiping the hands. 111. Tun von Pida Kale. Him she called her son. From Apollonius to show the use of digamma. 112. Pades, A, phonos E, oi carides etud. E, nnepw, ai, tis E, rentai. Funan A, comatan capemina pro pod carid N. A, iopiaj mi keoraj latu carid sa, enican A, riesta. E. Homoclidae tw carat sayanida. Ca propolos, despoina gyneco carat N, A, carat J su zarii carat sa. Pro frwna, metron ei, cleisen genian. Maidens, although I am dumb, yet thus I speak, if any ask and place at your feet one with an untiring voice. To Ethiopia the daughter of Leto was I consecrated by Arista, daughter of Hermoclide Sayanaides, thy servant, O Queen of women. Whom mayest thou bless and deign to glorify our house. From the Greek Anthology. It is a difficult and obscure piece. Berg has not attempted to restore the Ialic form. 113. Timados A. Dekeonis, ten dhrpo gmoio anu carat san. Dexato firstphoenas kuanios elamos. As kai e, pophimenes pa carat si neoa carat gi cidrwj. A, likes emerton cra carat tose, entokeoman. This is the dust of Themis whom the dark chamber of Persephone received, dead before her wedding, when she died all her companions clipped with sharpened metal all their lovely tresses. Here rests the dust of Themis who, unwed, passed the dark portals of Persephone. With sharpened metal, when her spirit fled. Her mourning friends each shore her fair-tressed head. The version of J.A. Symonds is as follows. This is the dust of Themis, whom, unwed, Persephone locked in her darksome bed. For her, the maids who were her fellows, shore their curls and to her tomb this tribute bore. The verse is from the Greek Anthology. 114. A, nay. A, mirgausen pi carat d. A, gon A, pollen. A most tender maiden gathering flowers. Quoted by Athenaeus. 115. Polu pakitos, adumolestare, srues rocotare. Then the lyre, far sweeter in tone, than gold, more golden. Far sweeter than the throbbing lyre in sound. A voice more golden than gold, new found. Quoted by Demetrius to show the poetical value of hyperbolical phrase. 116. Maximus Tyrius says that Socrates calls love the wizard, while Sappho uses the term myoplokos, fiction weaving. 117. Aristides quotes Sappho as saying to Gianos, O you. Diaphi carat ron taso, says, the brightness. Not destroying the sight. 118. Podopses kai e, liquides kai caliperjoy. Kai mylixaphonoi. With rosy cheeks and glancing eyes and voices sweet as honey. Philostratus says that this indeed is Sappho's sweet salutation. Aristonides says that Sappho in a hymeneal song uses the epithet mylixophoi, soft-voiced. 119. Pausanias, about AD 180, says of Sappho that concerning love she sang many things that do not always agree with one another. 120. Hymerius, apparently quoting, says, Thou art the evening star, of all stars the fairest I think, and he says that the line comes from Sappho's song to Hesperus. Again, he says, quoting, "Now thou didst appear like that fairest of all stars, for the Athenians call thee, Hesperus." Hymerius also refers to an ode which was apparently an imitation of the work of Sappho. The ode has been transcribed by J.A. Simons. 121. The Scholiast on Hesiod, Optd. 74, says that Sappho calls Persargion, a Phrodithugatare. 122. Athenaeus mentions baromos and acerbidos, two stringed instruments in use in the time of Sappho. Their exact character is not known. He also gives the form barmos for the name of the former instrument. A few single words or short phrases attributed to Sappho have been preserved here or there by various writers. Some examples may be given as they have a certain interest. Eustathius speaks of a vagabond friendship, as Sappho would say, Kaland Moshaun, a public good. The Lexicon Sequirianum defines a cacus as meaning without experience of ill, and says, so Sappho uses the word. The Etymologicum Magnum defines a momoxus as a vine trained on poles, and says that Sappho makes the plural a mamxuds. The same work mentions Sappho's use of the form o, ws for h, ws, the dawn. Paulus says that Sappho used the word bu-dos for a woman's dress. Phrynicus, the grammarian, says that Sappho calls a woman's dressing case where she keeps her scents, gruth. A Parisian manuscript, edition Kramer, says, among the Aeolian z is used for d, as when Sappho says zabaton for jabaton, fordable. Kioaroboscis says, Sappho makes the accusative of kindunos, danger, kindun. Another writer says kinduna. Photius, in his lexicon, 9th century, says, Asos is a wood used to dye hair and wool yellow, which Sappho called Ksulon skikoen, Scythian wood. The Fayum fragments in the Egyptian Museum in Berlin, brought there in 1879, contain among other things a very small scrap with a very imperfect text on both sides of it. The fragment is considered to be of the 8th century AD. And Professor Blas of Kiel ascribes the text to Sappho, judging by the meter and the dialect. There is a posthumous essay by Berg on this subject in the 4th edition, 1882, of his Pote Lyrici Greci, but the text of the fragments is so exceedingly imperfect that attempts at restoration are the merest conjectures. Finally, the following verse may be quoted. K non a, russaron mau s, e, nikpes. U, non e, k ta s caligonikos e, sla s. Thios xwras o, n a, e ida terpnu s presbius a, gaos. O Muse, golden-throned, sing that strain which the revered elder of Teos, from the rich land of fair women, sang so melodiously. This verse was almost certainly not written by Sappho. Athenaeus says that Hemesianax was mistaken when he represented Sappho and Anacreon as contemporaries, for Anacreon lived in the time of Cyrus and Polycrates, about 563 to 478 BC, while Sappho lived in the reign of Aliates, father of Croesus. It is extremely improbable that Sappho was still living when Anacreon was born.